everyone, and welcome to Silent Hill Alchemilla, a Silent Hill fan game made entirely in the Source engine, and one which you guys have been asking me to play for a while, so I'm really excited to get into this. Now, I have no idea what it's going to be about, and in fact, the only Silent Hill game I've played before is Silent Hill 2. So I know very little about the world and lore, but I imagine that probably doesn't matter very much here, because for as much as that stuff does exist, these games are very much a vibe, a feeling more than anything, and a core part of that is that it's unique to the observer. Everyone who comes here brings their demons with them, and that is what is used against them. All of them kind of feel like you're in something of a mind prison, even if you don't get to learn what your crime is and ultimately what your sentence is until the end. From what little I played of these games and their inspired works, they all have this feeling hanging over them that there's some horrible, forgotten truth just on the tip of your tongue. Like you're not getting something, and the world is reacting in a hostile manner because you're not getting it. And I wonder if this fan game will try to capture that feeling.
What happened? What am I doing here?
Oh, first person and fully voiced. And these graphics, even though it's on the Source engine, it looks like it's leaping straight out of Silent Hill 2. This is clearly a passion project. And that ethereal soundtrack as well, that sounds almost like a dream about a choir song. Well, they certainly understand how to make it feel like Silent Hill. Right down to the fog outside and the dirty environments. This is the key to my room. This is the last day I'll spend in my old room. Too many bad memories hold up in here. Tomorrow I'll be in something field. I don't want to sell the house. Don't want strangers living in it. I keep having this feeling like I'm gonna leave something important here. Like I'm forgetting something. That vague feeling gnawing at the back of your head, intermixed with all kinds of personal trauma and history, but you can't quite make it mean something. Okay, I guess we can't look at whatever's on this clipboard here. Now it's open. Kind of a depressing place, huh? I mean, even aside from the dirtiness and the darkness, we've got a window, but not much of a view, huh? My parents' bedroom. Just an old Polaroid. Before his death, my father used to get blind drunk. Empty beds, man. This place, I guess, may have been full of life and memories at one point, but now that's all they are, and you can't help but compare it to the present. All the flowers wilted away long ago. Books, souvenirs, family photos, and other stuff. Things that lasted longer than we did, I guess. The phone's not working. My grandma used to sleep here, so she lived here as well. It was a full house. And now it's about to be an empty house, and now new people are gonna move in, and that probably feels like something of an intrusion, huh? I don't have a flashlight, but it looks in there like there's maybe a ladder or stairs to an attic. There's no water. Okay. There's a kitchen knife in there that's looking a little rusty and scary. And a cow that's looking a little deranged and scary. Down here is really dark. We can sprint. And we can step outside. The house next door is boarded. Believe it or not, it wasn't the mutilated corpse that got me, it was the faces on the bottom.
What the hell is this place?
Huh. Now, I'd always thought that Silent Hill, for all the strangeness about it, was actually a physical location. You had to travel there. In our case, it seems like we were pulled here, but of course, maybe that's not the whole story. Now, I am actually familiar with this courtyard here because it was recreated in the Silent Hill Dark Gary's mod map. And as for what we'll find inside here, well, that's still anyone's guess.
My head. Was I dreaming? Gotta be because of the drugs.
Attention all employees. The third-story floor is now in critical condition and in need of repair. Access to the stairs is temporarily prohibited. If there's an urgent need to use the stairs, then a key can be found either with the construction team, who are currently at work repairing the third floor, or with the doctors. I don't recommend using the stairs unless it's absolutely necessary. So is it something we took to help with something, or are we an addict, or what's going on here? Certainly not a coincidence we ended up at a hospital, though. You'll find a toolbox in the administration room. Please begin repairs on the water pipe immediately. If the cellar fills up with water, it will short out the generator, and there's a patient connected to the medical ventilator. Please hurry. P.S. Check the pipe under the sink in the kitchen. Okay. There we go. We've got our clip-on flashlight. That makes things a bit more doable for us, but, you know, this place is clearly in a bad state of disrepair. And a bad state of being boarded up on the inside. In fact, look, we can even see the nails protruding through on this side of the door. Let me have a look at that TV. Not quite yet, but there is another room here. It's not opening. Stuck. So we'll probably need like a wrench or something to remove this, right? I'm guessing you're a save point. I feel strange when I'm looking at this circle. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a save point. A cabinet packed with drugs unknown to me. I won't touch it. Modern leech-free methods for your health and well-being. Even the medical ads look threatening. And that's the thing about Silent Hill, is that everything is just vaguely hostile. And it's not in the sense of things trying to kill you, although that does sometimes happen. It's really more in the sense of everything just feels dirty to the touch. Everything feels like it's rejecting you by its nature. Now, there's a typewriter, but that doesn't help us here. This isn't Resident Evil. Phone's not working, so no help for us. Need a key. I suppose we have no reason to be looking for weapons right now. Oh, wait, no. Remember you said the pipe under the sink. But I can't crouch, and I can't seem to... Well, it probably doesn't matter until we get the tools, right? So there doesn't seem to be anything to grab here either. They said keys were with the repair team and the doctors. Oh, great. A flooded basement. It's the worst that can happen. The pipe is leaking under the sink in the kitchen. No doctors, no plumbers, nobody. Well, I really hope whoever was on the ventilator wasn't here when this happened. The door has an electric lock. Flicking the switch does not seem wise. Not in the least. But it's the only way we're getting through that door. And we probably, yeah, we need to find a valve wheel then. So the question then is order of operations. Do we want to drain this place first? Right here, you were talking about a different sink. But again, can't do anything until I have my tools. Oh, there was another panel that I could remove, and there I could get the wrench. All right. So I guess this was fixed then, and... Well, now we can do this. Well, first thing we're probably going to want to do is go open that box for the tools. That stuck me for a really annoyingly long time. There we go. Everything we need. And we got the valve, definitely for the pipe in the basement, yeah. Only thing, it would really be useful if I could take all that stuff. Do you think in a game like this it's not going to come in handy at any other time? There we are, maybe now We can flush all the water out of here. Perfect. Which means it should be safe to reactivate the generator, which means those doors at the end will open. Power restored. And now we've got to work out the keypad. Well, the 10th is squared off here. I'm just trying to find whatever. I'm also trying to find out if other phone models also have the 661. Maybe they do. Not that I can get back here. Yeah, no, they all have it. So that's nothing. Well, with the power on, maybe we can use the elevator now? We can. One of those big hospital elevators that we have to share with a gurney. But at least we're moving between floors again. Well, at least with this method of level transition, we don't have to worry about something climbing onto the elevator with us, right? Okay, so here's room 200. The operating room is here, as well as intensive care. Well, I guess we'll make our way through all of these. The riddle of rooms is very simple. You'll solve it, certain. Ah, great, a safe. Alright, how do we deal with this then? I imagine it's gonna have to do with looking at the map, but maybe we'll need some additional context to figure it out. Well, you're both 206, so there's that. Oh. Room of death. Either I or one. This door doesn't have a handle. As if it sprouted up there for the sake of a room.
This place looks all too familiar. I used to be here a long time ago. This is the hospital.
Maybe you lived in Silent Hill. Another save in the nurse's station. Oh my. The mirror's broken away. We have a reflection, but it's hiding our face. That angle, it actually seems deliberate. Well, we do have access to the whole floor, at least. Oh, no, there we are, and we are a janky-looking fella. Room of old age, 4. Ah. What a miserable and odd-looking picture. Who hung it here? Well, that, sir, I imagine, is a photograph of foreshadowing. So, room of old age, 4. It's the women's room. Nothing of note here. But, okay, so there was the room of death, 1, and old age, 4. So we gotta figure out what the others are then. We have access to the staircase. A heart once contained in a jar. My God, it's a human heart. $202. Nothing but a TV. All these posters and such look like they're from like the 1950s or something. Can't see much from the window. That fog is so dense. If it weren't for the trees in front of it, I'd think it's just endless. The doctor said I can go home soon. Thank God. To me, it's horrible here. I don't like this hospital. The food is terrible. Compared to a home-cooked meal, this is just crap. Even fast food is starting to sound good. Besides, there's absolutely nothing to do here. And this room is simply awful. Though it wouldn't be if they just fixed it. The truth is, on the 3rd floor, the repair work is already being done. From what I hear, the ceiling in room 302 has collapsed and crushed one of the patients. Apparently, one of the doctors found him, and he's now in the morgue. But that's just what I heard. I haven't seen it for myself. Don't worry, I'll be home soon. This place can't even take care of its patients. It's basically rotting while still treating people. And there's 204. They're not humans. They all want to kill me. You know, I don't know if there's going to be enemies in this game, but I really like, actually, that it's had the restraint not to introduce them yet. Because Silent Hill, although survival horror, was never really much about the threats themselves. They really mainly existed in order to be another factor making the environment feel unsafe. Right now, though, it's just kind of letting the environment do the work on its own. So we got Room of Death is 1, Room of Old Age is 4, but we're missing 2 in between. I'm gonna try taking it up to the 3rd floor then. I don't know, maybe this riddle continues there. $306. The lock is broken, though. And 305 next door, but there's a weird sound coming from it. And you're not going to give us the satisfaction of finding out, are you? Door to storage has no handle. You know, it's weird, with whatever effects have been applied to the screen, how muted the colors are in the grain, even the Half-Life 2 props look a little bit more detailed and grimier. Well, there's a big metal grate right through here. I'm not sure what construction purpose there would be for that. Can we not pick up that radio thing or whatever it is? Horror baby. Turning around, hearing that and being face to face with a wheelchair in the dark corner was something. An old doll. It scares me. Well, that's why they call them horror baby. Need a key to open 302. Yeah, well, as in the classic survival horror vein, this whole place is a puzzle to untangle and unwind. But still, bottles of alcohol here. All over here. Sometimes Silent Hill communicates what it wants to tell you in subtle ways. Maybe it was Dad who was in the hospital and we were visiting a lot. Don't like the sound of that. A key. A small key. Looks like it belongs to a locker of some kind. And this room is barricaded haphazardly. That's not construction work. My God. And I can hear the radio going off. That's how we'll know when enemies are near, right?
Hey. You okay?
I'm guessing no. I can't take that. It's just there to demonstrate. Alright, where did we see lockers? You're gone. Lock is broken. Out of order, huh? Room of birth, 4. Wait, there's 2 4s. Unless it's giving us the numbers we're working with. So that's a 1, 2 4s. Oh, 307. I hadn't seen this before, actually. But we can save here. I've also worked out the nature of the puzzle by now. We've got to put them in order. It's a life cycle. So Room of Death, 1. That's going to be the last digit. Here we have Room of Old Age, 4. So it's going to be 4 something 4 1. Locker's here. I was wandering, but it actually did give me a hint that it would fit here, so that's kind of neat, actually. Now it's open. Hi, Lisa. Dr. Kaufman has ordered the installation of a code panel on the door to the operation room. What I can't understand is, what does he want it for? Well, whatever. It's not important. If you forget the password, remember that it consists of 4 digits. Funny enough, each digit seemingly corresponds to the product of the first, and the third digit in the numbers of 4 different rooms. There's a TV in the first room, a patient with a heart condition is in the second room, there's a little girl in the third room, and the fourth room I hate because the occupant is a cranky drunk. Anyways, good luck. Now after Googling what product means, because I haven't heard multiplication called that in about 20 years, the first room is the TV. First room has a TV in it, so that's 2 times 2 is 4. The second one, patient with a heart condition, so that's 4, 2. 4239. 4239. And if I mixed up the order, we at least have the digits, right? 4, 2, 3, 9. There we go. I like that. A little bit much running around. This does strike me as the kind of mod that I may need to get out a pen and paper for, but that's not a big deal. Will you lead me to a final room? Remember, the other one was 4 something 4 1. Room of Life, 35. So 4 3 5 4 1. There's so much blood. Was there a surgery recently? Well, yeah, somebody had their heart removed. Didn't you see? 4 3 5 4 1. There we go. Okay, I really did not expect that to work, honestly. Doctor. I picked up a key with a mark. DL. DL. What could it mean? Now, the 3-5, the reason I didn't expect it to work is why it's actually kind of clever. That basically means I could not have predicted that it would be 2 digits, and so I couldn't have just brute forced that last thing, thus skipping the code. The key fits. I hereby forbid anyone from visiting the morgue without my authorization. Only approved personnel may enter there. I've replaced the lock on the door with code panel. The code is currently 4573. If someone enters the morgue without consent, they will be immediately dismissed. The other note had said that the patient who died in the 302 roof collapse was moved there. Is there maybe something more going on? A cover-up? Lock is broken, can't open it. Let's get down there then. What was it, 4573? There we have it. Oh god, we're going into a morgue in a basement of an abandoned hospital. That just sunk in for me. Doesn't look like it's being properly handled at all. What, you've got nothing to say about the corpse in front of you? I suppose it's not your first. The key to room 302. It was gonna disappear right along with you, maybe until they had time to clean up their mess. That static noise is in the soundtrack, but it's still... It's like a bee buzzing by your face. Like, it just makes you drop everything and your spine seize up. There you go. I guess we're finally gonna see the truth of what happened here. Maybe the idea of the ceiling collapsing is the cover-up. Probably not, you know. I think that's...
Oh my god.
Story is actually believable.
No. What the hell's going on? I gotta get out of here.
Okay, well, we're on, like, body number 4. I picked up a key with the mark F3. It must be for the 3rd floor. Okay, what else was locked, though? I honestly can't remember. Maybe the stairs, maybe one of the bathrooms. The path to the stairs is free now. But the path to the roof is not. Oh, wow, it is really dark in the stairwell. And it goes all the way down. Well, look, if we open it on each floor... No, door's still stuck. But we've made it to another area of the 1st floor, right? If only we had taken one of those hammers, we could probably pry these boards off, couldn't we? DL, probably a doctor's lounge. I need to check the locked doors on the first... Yeah, way ahead of you, game. That's not a save point, is it? Oh, no, it is. Okay, well... No, it isn't!
What happened? Is this place even a hospital?
Maybe a certain kind of hospital, maybe the kind we need. Oh god, I've only just realized how open the ceiling is. Our environment changes every single time we hear that siren. We started in our home and then moved to the hospital. Where are we going now? Maybe the visions we see are going to be a life cycle, much like that puzzle. Doesn't look like that door had a handle, but alright. This texture makes me uncomfy. So does the barbed wire. Barbed wire is pretty uncomfy. Is there someone on the other side of that door? Hang on, wait, it took me a second to parse this. David, you're blamed twice as much than Robert Blame. You dared to be inebriated during operation. During mine or someone else's. Or maybe I'm a doctor, or was. In which case, that is so much worse. What about through here? God, I don't like walking over this. And I need to find a key, which is gonna mean going upstairs, I bet. The walls are like sagging cloth or skin. These environments are pretty overwhelming. Yeah, no, I was probably right on the skin assessment. Howdy, we're now level with you, and from the look of it, it seems like maybe there's gas, like, flowing upward. Well, I suppose that's the point, but you know what I mean. Need a key to open it, so that's 2 locked doors. $12? Okay, it's a button. I can't push it anymore. Well, I probably just screwed up something. And another 12. But yeah, no, it is just... It's taken me until now to see it, but this is just a dark shadow of the hospital itself. With rooms added and removed. And a whole lot darker and dirtier. Oh, that shadow startled me for a second. 11. Joseph, you are an excellent surgeon, working as a jeweler, but you are responsible for their employees, even though you are not to blame. I mean, I suppose a jeweler is not a bad line of work for a surgeon, but probably less rewarding, or more, depending on how you look at it. Either way, we've got to figure out the meaning of those buttons. Alright, so you're 12. You are... I misread this earlier. I had said 12. It's actually 7. So that's our lowest digit so far. I'm assuming we just need to count up. I just noticed this up here. The anesthesiologist must change narcotic drugs so that he will survive after this negligence. Oh, wait, no, this one's different. This one's different, and there's our answer. Okay, so we need 8, 12, 11, 7. 8, 12, 11, 7 upstairs. So I've done 8, 12, 11, and the last one is 7. After pushing the button, I heard a click of some kind. Gotta be to the lockbox downstairs. Thank God for a game like this having sprint. It kind of surprised me that it would have one, but I'm happy it's here. There's a lot of running back and forth. There's only a rusty key in the box. Well, that's alright, because we have encountered plenty of locked doors. The key fits. But did I really want to come in here? Just like the picture in the other stall. I'm guessing I want your valve wheels in order to get through this. Am I just gonna have to reach through? Oh, it's gonna be a one of these, is it? We need to find the right combination of turns. There we go. That actually didn't take very long. My God, it's like a hospital turned into a butcher shop. Jesus, look at that. Oh my God, your physics. I was just gonna say, I can't tell where the skin suit ends and the real person begins. Look at the shadow we're casting. Sterilization, one of the most important routines. Nurse Nancy, you have neglected this rule. Okay, well, we're in now. I found a key inside the monster's body. It stinks. I can imagine so. Is that really a monster? I mean, even with everything on her, the neck is very extended. Well, okay, there are other locked doors that we can check. The key fits. Horror baby, they got you locked up in there like Hannibal Lecter. It's like a distortion that surrounds you, like I can't look directly at you. And let me tell you, it's working. That is very, very deep. Only a judge can pass on. Judge these people fairly. Start with the most sinned. There's you in the cage with the doll. All of you. But how do I judge? There's you suspended beneath a sheet in what was once the kitchen. Patient has died of septic shock due to blood infection. Sterilization procedures were not properly observed. I think I know where this is going, so if I come in here... No, there's nothing. Oh, I can actually enter this door. Ashley, Joseph, Robert, Nancy, David. The inscriptions on the wall must have some kind of a logical answer. Though I'm not sure that logic still works in this place. Okay. I see what this is. All the notes that we've been seeing on the walls, they each explain a staff member's guilt here in relation to each other. Problem is, some of these were a long time ago. I don't quite remember what they said. So it's from most to least sinful. I don't think this place is suitable for drinking. Oh, there's text here. Sister Ashley, you're a beginner, but drop the swab inside. Revealed flesh is unacceptable mistake. 5 out of 10. That the patient will die. This is such a cool puzzle. Like, not only is it something of a logic puzzle, but we're also assigning culpability in something that is pretty much an accident on all parts. Okay, so look at my notes here. David is twice to blame as Robert. Nancy, it says the most important is disinfecting. So Nancy, who failed to disinfect, that's probably the biggest sin, because it says the most important one. And then for number 2, I'm working backwards here, so hang on. Next, I think, is probably Robert. No. Yep. Oh, it kills you. All right. Well, it's okay. I saved. I'm gonna say Nancy, David, Ashley. It's not pressing. Robert, Joseph. It's not. Ashley isn't pressing. Nancy, David, Ashley, Robert, Joseph. No, how? Wait, how? This is so subjective. I mean, I'm trying to just use, like, the objective terms used to place them in order, but I guess the next thing we could do is we could try, like, Nancy, Ashley, David, Robert, Joseph. But it's doing the thing again. All right, there we go. Okay, I guess we did it that time. Oh, we can actually get a good look at you this time. Not that there's much to see. Back down to the morgue. The journey in both places ends at the morgue. A shovel. Looks like it was used to break down the door. Can we... Stop doing that. I mean, if you're closing it, that's better than opening it, I suppose. God, look at you. I managed to open the doors with a shovel. I mean, I thought you were talking about the morgue doors, but okay. I guess it was less successful on that front. Here we are, stuck with the image we imagined when we first rode the elevator with the empty gurney. We may be going to this next floor, but it looks like it extends a long way up. Even in the interior of the elevator, it looks like the tiles of an old, I guess, morgue or operating room. criminal has been hanged for the sins he committed with the moon rising above. Need a key. Here are the bathtubs. God, just all these textures just feel like sticky and gross. And like, I've seen a lot of dirty environments in games before, but there's just something about the way Silent Hill handles these textures that makes it feel like I feel like I need a shower just for playing this. Wire cutters. I don't think I'll need them. Could be useful later on. Those are two contradictory sentences, you realize that? Judgment is a just cause. And perhaps we're judging ourselves through all this? We've still yet to determine our exact role, but we can certainly guess from what we've been given. This would be the analog to the storage room. Hey, look, a use for wire cutters. The judge was strict, but he was fair. The sun rises on his deeds from below. It's the second mention of the sun or the moon. Just saw what's behind the sheet. Wait. We're just going deeper and deeper into this. Looks like these notes are somehow connected to the strange symbols. The sins of the criminal is best left in the past. Okay, but what symbols are you seeing? Don't like that. Wait, these maybe? I picked up the Justice Tarot card. Oh, do I need to place these down in places? Do I need to determine which of these actually is justice? My God. Hello, nurse. But like in a bad way. I picked up the Moon Tarot card. Okay. I see what we're getting at here. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Literally, I'm picking up the cards. But there must be more, right? More that I missed. Well, now we got the wire cutters. Don't know what exactly changes if I just pick that up before. Can't open this. God, that sound is like scraping my brain. Like, I do not think this operating room has been properly disinfected at all. Well, we got the strange key. We'll find out where it goes. Please stop making me listen to that sound. Oh, I see. I see what we're doing here. We've got to place things here in order, right? So the first one, is hanged for the sins he committed with the moon rising above. I don't have the right tarot card. Oh, I don't need to figure it out. I just need to bring them here. At least for now. Horror baby, hi. What are you up to? There's another card. The sun, we're only missing the one. Now you're open? Oh my. Oh my! That's a bit of a tripping hazard. Worst case, that half the floor right in front of the door is gone. You did it that way on purpose. God, what are you? Like a corpse with metal arms, almost like what we were seeing the corpse in the Nancy room be made into. There's more of you cage things back there. For a second I thought the walls themselves were pulsating, which honestly in the film grain it sort of looks like they may be. I'm honestly not sure if that's an optical illusion or not. Oh, but we're back down here. Question now is, what do we do with this information? Like it's broken. Where have you gone? Maybe it's a different area. There's no writing on the back wall anymore, but here we go. There's the hanged man. Let's place you here. And we're back on the elevator. We determined guilt and then carried out the sentencing. Is that the idea? I was real worried. So, I'm gonna end it at the next chance I get to save, but this is really cool so far. Not only is it just absolutely saturated in the style of Silent Hill, if it weren't first person, I would totally believe that this was a legit, like, studio title. Well, that and the lack of enemies, but who knows. They've definitely been around, it's just we haven't had to fight them. But this feels much more like a puzzle game, something that is actually leaning into the main strengths of Silent Hill, which is, I love it when the puzzles in a game are meant to make you engage with its ideas and themes. That's something I really came to love while playing Soma, and it seems like this is doing it as well. Just listen to the soundtrack. This game's tone so far is absolutely perfect for just feeling like a mind prison. It's not attacking us at all, unlike other games, but this whole place just feels like it's staring us down with our failures and our guilt and regrets. I'm assuming as, well, a professional and a caregiver. I mean, things that are a tragedy and a disaster, and that are our fault, even though it wasn't intentional. And it kind of reminds me how after a negative experience, it kind of colors your view of everything. And the way the hospital presents to us certainly makes sense from that perspective. If a patient died from improperly sterilized equipment, then we, of course, come to see this place as an increasingly dirty, grimy, just unsafe place. But hey, maybe I'm wrong in my read. The themes are quite clear, but we still don't have any concrete information about our character's role in this. It just seems, well, it doesn't look good for him. I know I said I'd stop there, but... Oh my, this has to be the widest open space we've yet seen, and it's already kind of freaking me out. Oh, yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Look at these writhing things coming out of the walls. Looks sort of like that thing we saw in the cage behind that locked door upstairs. Can't open this. Nor this. Should probably climb over this, but it looks like somebody already did. Oh, this panel is open. Yeah, it's so grainy, it's kind of hard to tell fine details like that. Oh, hi, hey, buddy! Where'd you come from? So you guys will emerge out of these things. I meant to... I'm back. I'm suffocating. What should I do? Over by the fan? Yes? There's vents over here? Yes, what should I do? Very good question. I don't see anything that would potentially help with this. Unless I can just get more of you to appear, maybe? There's another. Okay, you seem to be in every slot now.
Something's wrong. Something is wrong. What's happening to me? The drugs? Dr. Kaufman. It's all his fault.
We know Dr. Kaufman. And I guess he's the one who gave us whatever prescription we're on. We see this as some kind of drug-induced hallucination. And don't think I don't notice that we woke up in the same spot occupied by the corpse. Let's make the walk back then. It's like waking up from a bad dream into another dream. And so far, I have no idea what to make of it. The door is stuck. There's no going back that way. But maybe we can make our way down the other stairs? Still no getting to the roof. Path is closed. The key must be here somewhere. Ah, there's a key right here. I don't remember this being here earlier. So it must be that other door. We're just right back around to here. But maybe we got what we needed to from this experience? This whole thing was an exercise in assigning blame. Seems like that's precisely what we're doing on our way out as well. In this case, blaming this Dr. Kaufman. And there's a different note here now. April 14th, 1980. Preparation, someone, Claudia White, alias PTV. This preparation represents the diluted version of preparation 7833D3C. In small doses, the preparation causes hallucinations and symptoms resembling narcotic inebriation. Sale of the preparation will be carried out through the antique store Green Lion. Part of the diluted preparation will be given to the local cult known as the Order. With the exception of close confidants, disclosure of this document to anyone is expressly forbidden. Dr. Kaufman. Now, that seems, in a literal sense, like a smoking gun. But I wonder if this isn't maybe more of a Jacob's Ladder situation.
I gotta go to the Green Line antique shop. Maybe I'll find Dr. Kaufman there.
Sounds like as good a place as any to start. And with those groans and wails in the distance, we find ourselves on the streets of that infamous city. Now, I may have explored this map in Gary's mod, but believe me, that's nothing compared to being here for real. World of Nightmares begins beyond this wall. Okay, let's have a look around. You know, maybe having played that map will actually be a good thing here. Maybe it's preparation, or like having memories already carrying forward with me. Also, congratulations for being the first protagonist to refuse to dig in garbage. For all I know, you're probably not the first. Adventure game writers tend to be pretty snarky. Just a door, nothing interesting. But the padlock here leaves a note referring to the general store. It may not be, but I feel like the drawing of the moth may be significant.
Damn, the roads are out. I need to find a way around.
That's more than out. Anything useful out here? Look at me still exploring as if it's survival horror. This game actually kind of ditches that part of the genre, but I don't think it does so in an unfitting way. This place has an ambiance all its own. Empty, but this music makes it sound, or at least feel, like I walked in, and everyone just turned to stare silently. I guess I'll take a coin. Okay, maybe we can use that for something. In fact, I'd bet on it. You know, I don't know if this soundtrack is original or not. If it's not, I don't know where it's from. But it's definitely fitting. Silent Hill 2, of course, had a fairly eerie soundtrack and sometimes even outright terrifying. But it also had plenty that were, well, I guess I can only describe it as creepy and comfy simultaneously. I'm sure there's a word for more specifically what it is. This place is not open, although can we maybe sneak a little bit of a peek in there? Not much of one. Apparently this car's been sitting here for a long time. I don't think it's working. General store. Wait, what about the gate over here? Locked. The roads are out in every direction, the sewers cut right through. And yet somehow that pole finds the time to stand upright at the bottom of that chasm. The machine is working, but I have no time for this. Are you sure you did just take a coin? Coffee. You can sleep when you're dead. Am I sleeping now? Is that sound coming from the phone? The drink machine is broken. We tried to adjust it without any kind of equipment, but it didn't work. Someone has to go up there and check it out. The machine hasn't been working since last Wednesday. What's interesting, though, is if you press the buttons on the keypad in a certain sequence, 1, 3, 5, 6, then the thing starts ringing. 1, 3, 5, 6. It has to work now. There we go, it worked that time. Thank you. So I guess that's the ringing. Now we simply need to go open that padlock, and I guess we can end it there. Because after how oppressive this has all been, it's only getting worse, and I can only imagine it gets worse once we enter the apartments. The apartments are always the creepiest part of any horror game. See Silent Hill 2, Cry of Fear. Actually, in Silent Hill 2, they were kind of the easy part. So maybe I'm speaking too soon. Now it's open. Thank you, soundtrack. I was just gonna say, it's a little too quiet for my liking. My, what a wide hallway you have, apartment. 301. Locked. Locked. I need a key to open it. A very old lock. How has it not fallen to pieces yet? I've seen padlocks last a very long time. The door's gonna rot around it before the padlock goes. Locked. Look at that, reflections on the floor. I'm just waiting for an opportunity to save right now. Picked up a bottle of acid. Okay, I'm sure I can do something with that. Ooh, maybe dissolve that lock on the door? And over here we have the laundry chute. Looks like a garbage chute. In working condition. Well, I don't see how it could not be in working condition. It's literally a hole. I suppose if something obstructs it, which was the case in Silent Hill 2. In any case, the only place I can think to use this acid is right here. And there we go. I feel guilty for some reason. Was it the fact that this whole place is themed around guilt? Darkness. You know what? I think I've got time. Why don't we keep moving forward, shall we? Thankfully, that's not a puzzle. Locked, I need a key to open it. Yep, each new location is a new puzzle box. And from what I recall, this leads down to the basement. Maybe we're best off starting here? I mean, look, the last basement we entered contained a morgue full of bodies, and it was flooded, so it can only improve from here, right? Locked. Okay, well, you know what? That is an improvement. The lock is broken. What has all this actually done for us? This place is quite empty now. Another person is left and simply disappeared. It frightens me. Something is wrong with this town. Only my tenants, or of my tenants, only old Andy remains. He doesn't want to abandon the town. He loves to attend to his bookstore, although he hasn't had a visitor for quite a while now. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to have any other place to go. Nor do I, for that matter. I fear we will die here of old age, and no one will even know. I suppose there's no reason to keep the apartment keys in their case anymore. I'll hide them in the wardrobe. I also can't seem to find the something key to the main entrance. I probably lost it when I was last with Andy. Yeah, the cursive is kind of hard to read at times, but there's the old landlord's key, which is basically the keys to the city in this case. And more barricaded doors. So that's actually a story of the town on its way out. Some disappearing, many leaving, and in the end, just the few residents remaining, pretty much getting the Silent Hill experience before it became entirely what it is today. Man once had nothing but hatred and darkness. Pain permeated his very existence. Then God was born. Born in that pain. Born of a man and woman who put their faith in the power of the sun. And so God came onto the earth, and he gave law and order to its people. He gave them flesh, time, and death. Thus, the people were happy, for now they knew the value of flesh and time. Time divided all into day and night. Night brought to man the realm of dreams. In dreams they could build their own paradise, free of misery and despair, a paradise of happiness, a paradise of hope. In other words, you created life and then escaped from that life. I see. So that's the symbol for darkness, and we've got to arrange them in order by this book. Sounds like an awful lot more running around, if you ask me. The key fits. I'm also hearing noises I don't really like. So many things need to be opened. Nothing more can fall through. The chute is clogged. God. Okay, so that's how we'll remember the eyes of God. Only other thing I can think to try this on is the basement. Now it's open. Okay. Yeah, seeing the sheer number of rooms that require a key, I think this is going to go on for a while, so I am probably going to end it in just a bit. But suffice to say, this is really it's drowning in vibes. And so, huge mission success there. The whole appeal of Silent Hill is kind of peeling back the symbolism as time goes on. And I'm super intrigued in the symbolism present here. Flesh, okay. Those sounds. Oh, you want a whole puzzle here, don't ya? Do we need to achieve the correct sound? I saw zodiac signs on the wall. One of them where I found the acid, and another one in the stairwell. Yes? Oh, was there one there? Okay, well, we'll say tendrils, flesh. Back here, dreams. The road through our dreams. So then that means it's going to be darkness, God, flesh, and dreams. The order of creation. Hang on, wait. Okay, wait. I need to start from the beginning. Darkness, God, flesh, and dreams. There we go. And there's the apartment keychain. But I think untangling all of this, I've gone on for too long already, is gonna have to wait until next time. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. You know, one thing I had forgotten to remark on, when it's totally white outside, no details to be seen, kind of looks like static on a TV, doesn't it?